What's good, guys? It's your boy CJ, and it would seem that people are upset about the Wuthering Waves X Cyberpunk collab. I have no idea what's going on. Honestly, personally, I'm super excited. Not only do I really like Cyberpunk as a franchise, as a game, and as a show, but I do think that Kuro, like always, delivered with the designs of Lucy and Rebecca. I think they did really good from what we saw so far. I cannot wait to see their kits. So I'm excited. I had no idea this was going on, and I got sent this video like 5 times by different people. They told me, you got to check this out. You got to check it out. Y'all know I'm not all over the place when it comes to gacha tribalism. I don't care about gacha tribalism, but we're going to check out this video and see what it's all about. The title is The Insane Meltdown of the Anti-Wuthering Waves Collective over the wuwa X Cyberpunk Collab. Shout out to the homie Egg. I'll have this video in the link below so you guys can check that out. Without further ado, let's hop right in.
No Night City, no David, no free character, L collab. HSR players looking at wuwa's Cyberpunk collab, knowing they're gonna have to face multiple months of slander and Britain jokes. There is nothing they can do about it. wuwa players so desperate to compare Lucy and Rebecca to Alloy. Fine, let's compare. Alloy, 120,000 likes. Lucy, 52,000 likes. Rebecca, 36,000 likes.
Brother, I don't like interrupting the videos that quick, but I'm gonna be honest with you. This is so dumb, bro. First off, Alloy came out like 50 years ago. And on top of that, let's be real with y'all. Genshin and Hoyo stuff is usually going to get a crap ton more viewership. Hoyo at this point in Genshin is a very, very massive, well-established company with an insane dedicated following. And not only that, at the time of the Alloy collab, there wasn't really anything else going on. So it's understandable that Alloy would pop off the way she did. But the most important thing is, why are you fighting about likes on a post? Like, what? This is so weird, bro.
Let's compare the stats for collab characters on Japanese Twitter. Lucy, 2.7 million views, 40k likes. Rebecca, 1.6 million views, 26,000 likes. Saber, 9.9 million views, 166,000 likes. Archer, 9.9 million views.
Okay, first and foremost, all of these pulled a lot of views, bro. Lucy, Rebecca, Saber, and Archer. But one thing I do want to point out, I don't think there's, I mean, probably the One Piece fan base, but when it comes to Fate, the Fate fan base is absolutely massive. They have a lot of people that love their games, that love their series, so I'm not surprised. And on top of that, let's be honest, Honkai Star Rail is hella popular, bro. Whether sometimes it doesn't make a lot of money, but sometimes it makes insane amounts of money, bro. Y'all remember Casterus when everybody was like quitting the game? That I believe that month they made like over $100 million, bro. So, yeah. Once again, like fighting on social media for a multi-billion-dollar company is probably one of the cringiest things you can do. And this whole gacha tribalism shit where you're comparing and fighting, like, bro, why can't you be happy about your Fate collab and also be happy about another game getting a cool collab and all of them be, you know, just successful? Like, why is that so hard for these fucking weirdos to do?
116,000 likes. So we expect that it will pay better than Hoyo in revenue because that is what collabs are all about to a company. The revenue it will.
Yes, collabs are about revenue. But do y'all really think that, like, Wuthering Waves, you know, developers, Kuro Games is out here thinking, we're about to have a Cyberpunk collab, we have to have more money than Hoyo? Y'all really think these businessmen that already make millions of dollars, that's their mentality? Oh yeah, we're gonna do a freaking collab and we have to make more money than Hoyo? That does not even cross their heads. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm pretty sure that they're gonna make a really big amount of money with this Cyberpunk collab, which that's great. And if Hoyo made a lot of money with their collab, that's great too, bro. Shit, more collabs and high quality collabs in these games with a lot of different franchises and IPs are very welcome in my opinion.
Bring. wuwa is expected to net 40 million in revenue. Yes, this collab is big, and the bigger they are, the harder they fall. Absolutely mogged. This is why Genshin doesn't need a collab at the moment. They earn 7 to 8 digit revenue easily without.
Yo, let me ask you something. If you're a Genshin player, I think Genshin's a great game, but if you're a Genshin player, would you like having collabs in your game maybe every year? Would you guys think it'd be cool to have a collab? I don't know with what. Friggin' solo leveling, Cyberpunk. Would you guys think it's cool? Personally, I'm not a Genshin player, but if I was, I think it would be cool to have collabs. It's not about needing them, it's about wanting them. I think a lot of people from their fan base would enjoy collabs every now and then in their games, right? I think, what was the last collab they had? I don't know if they had a collab from Alloy till now. I have no idea, so if they have, I apologize for not knowing, but if the last collab that at least I know of was Alloy, I'm pretty sure that throughout this whole journey, some Genshin players would have enjoyed to have another collab. So it's not about needing them because they make a lot of money. It's about the fact that it would be pretty damn cool to have it.
A collab and a spending event. 6 years still relevant. Wuwa sells, Solon sexuals, and dogs literally shaking with insecurity.
Anybody, people online gotta understand what rage bait is. People online gotta understand what rage bait is. Recently, I'm not really active on social media like Twitter and shit, but recently I've seen, for some reason on my timeline, a lot of posts like this, where just by reading it, you can tell it's trying to generate engagement. So the only thing I do is I share the gift of that's bait. I stay doing that. And the reason I do that is because some of these people either make money or beat their meat to this type of interaction. Some of them never have friends. They don't socialize with people. They don't talk to other human beings. So they force interaction on the internet so they have some sort of like social interaction in their lives. Otherwise, they would be in their room looking at the wall. When you look at a post like this that is saying the words wuwa sells, Solon sexuals, and dogs, you know this person beats their meat to My Little Pony. You know they're weirdos, bro. Don't fall for this. Don't get mad when someone says this. You look at this, you laugh. You're like, haha, what a weirdo, bro. Don't let yourself get rage baited into engagement. Don't get into arguments in comment sections when people talk like this. Bro, I just want to tell y'all, would you go down the street and see a crackhead screaming at you random shit and sit there and engage in a back and forth argument with a crackhead in the street? That is literally what people like these are. Do not get baited by these people. And this person does not represent the Genshin fan base. If you are a Wuthering Waves player and you're getting called a wuwa cell, a Solon sexual, or a dog, don't be like, oh, it's the Genshin community that's toxic. It's not. It's this weirdo, bro. It's weirdos like this. It's individuals. It's not the game. You don't instantly download Genshin Impact and turn into a weirdo that just hates wuwa. That's not how it works. It's these weirdo parasocial people. Stop promoting gacha tribalism and stop associating crackheads like this with the actual game and making it seem like the game is the problem. This person you can find in any game. You can find this dude in the wuwa community. You can find this dude in the Arknights community. You can find this dude in any community. Any community will have weirdos like this. Don't attribute this weird behavior to the game, but rather to weird parasocial individuals in the internet.
No sign of decline despite the doom posting. That billboard cooks like it was generated from AI. Damn, bro, I'm so jealous of wuwa earning $0 right now from the Cyberpunk collab. Last time I checked,
Egg, my boy, you really went in on this one dude, bro. You really picked this fucking retard.
$0 right now from the Cyberpunk collab.
This one retard in the internet to make the whole video on. He got baited. My boy got. This man said earning $0 from the Cyberpunk collab. Bitch, the game ain't even out. The fucking collab ain't even out. What you mean making $0? You fucking. I swear to God, bro. Oh, shit, fucking back to wuwa.
Collab. Last time I checked, wuwa's Cyberpunk Collab earned 0. Meanwhile, HSRXF
How many posts did this Chino Chatino make? I feel like the whole video is about this Chino Chatino guy, bro. This guy was rage baiting people. Hey, but at the same time, the homie Ed cooked because a lot of y'all sent me this video.
FGO collab earned more than Amyth with a spending event. The success of a collab is in the revenue, not the narrative being pushed.
The success of the collab is in the revenue, not the narrative being pushed. Absolutely, the revenue was a defining factor of the collab. How the hell you've said the wuwa Cyberpunk collab earned $0? At that point, this when like you don't even engage. You're like, this dude is stupid. The fucking collab ain't even out. Of course, it's earned $0. You retard. Like, what are we talking about?
No wonder Rebecca is free. She's
if I
ugly
see
AF.
one more post from this Chino Chinito, bro, oh my god, bro. Did this man make 3,000 fucking posts?
Maybe her design is a.
No wonder Rebecca is free. She's ugly as fuck. Maybe her design is AI generated, then skinned, rigged, and animated using BizVice, Tencent's AI tool. Ain't no way you're gonna tell me that Rebecca looks ugly in terms of her design. Dog, Rebecca and Lucy look pristine, bro. And this is not me because I play Kuro games or whatever. She looks hella good. Brother, if Rebecca and Lucy were collabs with Genshin, with fucking Honkai Star Rail, with Zenless Zone Zero, I would still be saying, holy shit, they look amazing. They look super, super good.
AI generated, then skinned, rigged, and animated using VVice, Tencent's AI tool. They turned her into waifu slop. No.
What do you mean they turned her into waifu slop? She don't even do nothing, bro. In the trailer, how is she waifu slop? She's, bro, there's so many people that like love Rebecca. There was a homie from the Discord. He said he was pulling Rebecca since way back in the day when they first announced the collab. He's like, yo, I'm going all in on Rebecca. There was a lot of people that liked Rebecca. They have scenes like this on the show. They didn't have this on the trailer. What do you mean turned her into waifu slop, bro? She's just a cool character.
Waifu slop. No. Now that we made it through this actual cancer of a
One more thing that I want to point out because this thing came back up on stream. I want to point this out. And I could be wrong. When this post was made, let's compare the stats for collab characters on Japanese Twitter. This was, I think, less than 24 hours after the announcement was made. Maybe it was 24 hours after the announcement was made. I have no idea of the knowledge behind Saber and Archer's post. This could have very well been in the first 24 hours. But if it wasn't, are you comparing the current amount of views and likes that the Saber and Archer, announcement got to the Lucy and Rebecca announcement after this one has been out for 1 day? So 1 day versus the entirety of the duration of when this was popping off, that's kind of weird. But once again, bro, these people make no sense. You can't find logic to what they do.
2.5 minute intro to this video, I want to talk about some of the things that they were saying and tweeting out about the collab.
W intro by the homie Egg. Very interactive right there.
And actually discuss it. One of the main things these guys really like to do is compare likes. Like, as you saw earlier, this guy was comparing the likes of Saber and Archer versus Lucy and Rebecca and the views on the Japanese Twitter side. So this guy thinks it's an own to show Saber and Archer, part of the Fate series, which we all know Fate originated in Japan. And the main reason why Cyberpunk is as big as it is and why Edge Runners was created because of Cyberpunk 2077, which was made by a Polish game studio. And I don't know if that game had the reach that it does, or my biggest guess is Cyberpunk simply isn't that, or the game and the anime isn't that big of a thing in Japan. I don't think it'll ever reach the heights of Fate, because Fate is like just completely massive. So like, it's no wonder that it got a fuck ton more likes.
Okay, but At that point, then you have the whole alloy thing that also generated more. But once again, it's like, bro, comparing likes is so irrelevant. Like, if the alloy collab or the Fate collab made $100 million, and then the Cyberpunk collab makes $80 million, it's like, oh wow, Fate made more. Fate is better. It's like, bro, what are you doing? You sound weird, bro. Like, did you make $100 million? Did you make $80 million? No. So why are you over here batting the flag for a gaming company? Like, who cares, bro? Wish them all success with their development and their, collabs, and hopefully they keep giving high quality products, right? Shit.
Then the reveal trailers for wuwa, and everybody knows for a fact that HSR, Genshin, like those games, Wuthering Waves will never be as big player wise as those two games. It simply never will. WoW will never get to the size of a player base that those two games have without both of them EOSing. And that's just a simple truth. Whenever you look at a trailer, it's always going to have more likes, always going to have more views. A character is always going to have more likes for Hoyo games. That's just a simple truth. That doesn't mean they're better or worse. Like, that's the thing. Like, it's just there is a bigger audience that back the HSR. That's the thing with that.
I like the way that Egg is, presenting the video. I like the way he's doing it. He's not coming out as tribalistic. He's not coming out as like promoting hate. And I really respect creators that do this, because with that whole intro, it could have been very easy for Egg to lean into a fuck Hoyo, fuck all these games, and to just gather a massive amount of parasocial St. Tontas type fans that would have just over there just sucked his ball sack because he's just attacking these games. Because one thing I learned is the following, right? And if you've been watching me for a while, you know this. I made a lot of videos shitting on St. Tontas for a while, and this is a side topic. But a lot of people that hate St. Tontas are some of these very hardcore toxic wuwa haters. Recently, I've gotten myself back into Wuthering Waves because, well, Wuthering Waves has the greatest looking character of all time in history of the world, and that is Hiyuki, a character who I love so much that I would suck a fart out of her ass. Side point, I just wanted to bring that up. And I've noticed that over the last several days, I've started to lose subscribers because I'm playing wuwa. Some people do not like that I'm playing wuwa. They thought that because I hated St. Tontas and I was posting posts about St. Tontas that I was hating wuwa. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I like wuwa, I like Genshin, I like ZZZ, I like Arknight's Enfield, I like any game that I find enjoyment with. And when I stop finding enjoyment with that game, I move on from it, but I still hope that game does good and its fan base has what they're looking for. So I applaud Egg for, so far at least, not leaning heavily into the gacha tribalism shit when it comes to what he's done with this video.
But no, they think it's some type of own to say, hey, look at this, more likes means it's better. Even though the only good thing I have ever heard about the Fate collab with HSR is the fact that the characters look good and they didn't disrespect Fate with the character designs for Archer and Saber. That's the only thing I've ever heard that is relatively good for that Fate collab, which is extremely funny. Then the next thing is our favorite metric that these tards love to use, is my game makes more money than your game. Whenever that is your only to-go thing for trying to own a game, it really shows you legitimately have nothing to clown on the game for, and you really don't stand for anything. Like, these guys only exist to try to farm ad revenue off of Twitter by farming engagement.
Yo!
And the thing is,
hold on, I just noticed
these
I got
guys will forever be
rated by a sexy ass dude, bro. I was locked in, bro. Shout out to the homie Ethan. That's a sexy ass motherfucker if you've ever seen one. I'm telling you right now. Shout out to the homie Ethan, sexy bastard, and anybody that tuned in from Ethan. I love you. I'll kiss you in your neck. I know that Ethan has that spot taken, but hey, man, it's fine. You know, we could share, bro. Ethan's the GOAT.
Clowns to anyone that doesn't blindly follow their favorite gacha game, because there are a couple types of gacha players, and the first and the largest is they play whatever the fuck they want whenever they're feeling. Like, oh, hey, I'm feeling Genshin today. Oh, I'm feeling another one different day, and just so on and so forth. And then you've got the next brand of people. It's like, oh, I played this game, and now I'm only going to root for this game, and anything that is different from this game or slightly deviates from this game is complete garbage, which is 90% of these cards on Twitter. Then you've got the third one that only exists on Twitter to shit on a game, and they don't even play the game in return. They exist on every damn side of these fucking gacha stuff. That's the part with that. They're just retards. And the one of the only things they can ever talk about is, oh, my game made 50 million while your game made 10 million. Your game is actually garbage and no one's actually going to be playing it. And it's going to EOS next month. Wuwa has been dealing with that type of people for the literal ever since the game came out. It's actually batshit insane. And these people are actual just cringe cancer, and now they're really out in force today, and they're going to be out in force in the next couple weeks because of the collab reveal for Wuthering.
Bro, don't pay no mind to these people, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. They're gonna hate on anything, regardless. Like, that's what you gotta understand. When you have people like this dude at the very beginning, just look at their posts. Look at the logic. It's not worth to give them airtime, bro. A dude that says, I'm happy the Cyberpunk collab has made $0 when the collab ain't even out is like, what are you talking about? Like, that makes no sense. When you get called a cool dog, bro, these dudes are over here using Play-Doh to form sentences together, bro. It just makes no sense, bro. It makes no sense. Just ignore them.
Then, one of the final things these guys love to do is talking about, oh, hey, I don't like this design, so it must be AI generated. It must be made by a fucking robot. That's what these guys do. Everything I don't like is AI generated because they know when you tag something as AI generated, it brings out the local schizophrenics on Twitter that when anything AI, that means it must be stabbed and murdered and killed.
Bro, the anti-AI group is so hardcore. Like, I didn't know how hardcore it was until I used AI for a couple of thumbnails. And when I say AI, I took a picture of myself sitting on a chair. I put it on AI and I said, can you turn me anime style? It wasn't stealing anything. It was me. It was just me, bro. And they were mad. They started shit talking me. A follower made a video, a funny little skit of an AI thing where he used completely self-made pictures and all of that. I reacted to it on stream. I lost like 50 subs, not even viewers, 50 subs because I reacted to an AI parody video that was short, like a little short clip, bro. People got mad. I did not know they were that hardcore about AI, bro. It's so weird, bro.
That's the reaction they're trying to get out of people when they say, oh, hey, I don't like Rebecca's design, so she's clearly generated with AI. When here's the thing, especially with the Cyberpunk collab, they didn't design Lucy and Rebecca. That was the Edgerunner guys. They cannot make any changes to their designs without the approval of the people of CD Projekt Red. That's how these collabs work. You need the full approval from CD Projekt Red to do any type of changes to the characters that they own. Because I'm pretty sure Wuwa is paying a decent amount of money to CD Projekt Red for this collab, and I bet what they're hoping is it's going to bring some people that might not have ever played Cyberpunk to go buy Cyberpunk, and it might be bringing people that never played Wuwa to play Wuwa because of the collab.
Absolutely, bro. And this is a funny topic because I saw a content creator on Twitter that said they were excited for the collab, a Wuwa content creator. So they were going to play Cyberpunk. And then I seen people starting to attack that content creator because they call him a grifter, a LARPer or whatever, because he wanted to play the Cyberpunk game now that the collab got announced. So they wanted to get an idea of what the game was all about. And it's like, that's the point of a collab, to bring exposure to both parties involved in the partnership. It's really not that deep. So attacking either party, it's so dumb. That is the point of a collab.
And well, you know, here's the thing. I don't like this character, so it's AI generated, and I'm going to bring the people that hate AI into this to try to start a fight and get it canceled, because that's the only thing I can do in life, because I'm that much of a pathetic dumbass. But regardless, like, you can have your own opinions on it. It doesn't really fucking matter. Like, you can not like Rebecca's design. It's like, oh, okay. I mean, I personally am not a fan of Rebecca's design in Edge Runners, but you know, she looks a bit better in the 3D format. But it doesn't really matter. I'm excited for this collab anyways. I'm probably going to make another video actually talking about some of the stuff with the collab, some of the information that I've seen. But regardless, let me know if you enjoyed this type of video. Should I do more of these types of videos in the future?
Yeah, that was good.
But I won't be streaming tonight, but I will be streaming tomorrow. But I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.
Yo, shout out to the homie Egg. Check out his channel. Check out his content. Good video. I think he did it pretty well. I like how he the beginning, even though he could have very well leaned into the whole tribalistic shit, he didn't. I will say, like, most of these posts are like by 1 or 2 people. Understandable, absolutely. And it's interesting to see, but I feel that this type of stuff right here, like these posts and everything, is what feeds the tribalism. But if you're able to present this and differentiate these people from the game, I think we're already doing a good job. I think we are doing a good job. If you're able to differentiate these people from the game, you're doing good. A lot of times people, I feel like, are in this to generate conflict. Like, I think they might not even like Genshin Impact themselves, but they'll make it in a way to generate haters towards Genshin Impact. Like, bro, they're undercover ops, bro. Because it just makes no sense. People like this don't represent Genshin. People that are weirdos that attack the Genshin community, posing as wuwa fans like John Seaman, they're not actual representatives of the wuwa community. There's always going to be crackheads and weirdos online. That's simply the way it is. But if you've enjoyed this video, do be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, turn on bell notifications. Let me know your opinions regarding my take, and also do be sure to check out Egg. This video was pretty good. I'll have a link in the description of this video. For now, I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.